Welcome to Spiritual Psychic with Sarah Wiseman, where you'll learn how to unlock the secrets of spiritual intuition and your own psychic gifts. Here's Sarah.
Welcome to Spiritual Psychic. I'm Sarah Wiseman. Today we're talking about why does slowing down and being, what is the act of being matter? We're working from the book, Messages from the Divine. So it talks about this idea of traveling into the etheric realms and how if you want to enter this place, and they call it this nirvana, this bliss, this nectar of pure consciousness, you can go there by dreaming, you can go there by meditation and trance and prayer, you can go there by nature. But what the book is saying is that you can also just go there by being. And, we hear a lot, be here now, don't do, be. Why does it matter? What's the purpose of this sort of doing nothing, doing no thing, and being instead? And what it is that, in ancient times we had a lot of spaciousness with nature. We were much more attuned to things like being woken by the birds at dawn when it's still dark out, or going to bed early and having this time of meditation before we fell asleep, or being in the natural world, in the weather. We did not have things like devices and so forth that were continued distractions. We were not as distracted, and we were also not as distractible. We had a different sort of brain that was more patient, more spacious approach. We were in being state a lot more. A lot of us didn't have literacy. We didn't even have language to think our thoughts in the same way we do now. We were just more expanded all the time. I was watching a program about this place in Austria where they're building a house, a medieval house or castle, using the same tools and the same methods like stone saws and things that they would have used in the medieval times, and that this building was not going to take a year to build or 5 years. It was going to take 20 years to build using these methods. And these people showed up and were doing this process. They were doing this building even though nothing would be completed in their lives. And they were, modern people. They were choosing to have this other experience. And they showed someone sawing a log, and the log was going to take, several hours to saw, versus if there was an electrical tool, you could just do it in a couple minutes. And so this state of being that came from, there wasn't any place to go. You didn't go to the mall. You didn't have a feed coming in on your phone. You probably didn't even have a car. You didn't have a car or even a horse to drive. You were in this slower paced, more spacious, more expanded setting, and perhaps you didn't even have language in your brain because you weren't literate. You had spoken language, but you didn't have a lot of these ideas that we have now, these terms. So I'm not saying that we should go back to medieval living. But what the book is saying is that this act of being, of just putting your phone down and sitting and just kind of noticing everything around you all at once. Some people focus on their bodies. I like to focus on the air around me is how I that's where my focus goes. The sensation of the air around me, the energy in the air around me. And very quickly, in fact, instantly, you're brought to soul state. Your thoughts pause, and you're brought to soul state. So when we go to soul state, of course, we drop out of ego, we drop out of all the drama and chaos. In stillness, we find ourselves. We have been working from Messages from the Divine, and you can find the book, and you can find more about me at sarahwiseman.com.